Wrestling News CC, Money in the Bank 2025 Breakdown. The event that changed WWE forever, chaos, fury and new power plays. The Money in the Bank Premium Live event has come and gone, but the dust? It's far from settled. In fact, the WWE Universe has never seen chaos this raw, emotions this high, and alliances this fragile. Tonight, we witnessed shocking betrayals, unexpected champions, and backstage fury that's threatening to rip the very fabric of WWE apart. What exactly happened? Why is Roman Reigns raging backstage? How did Seth Freakin, Rollins and Paul Heyman walk away with one of the most coveted prizes in WWE, the Money in the Bank contract? And what does all this mean for the future of the WWE, the Bloodline, and the Tribal Chief himself? Strap in, Wrestling News CC fans, we're diving deep into every twist and turn from this unforgettable night. The night begins, setting the stage. The anticipation was palpable. Many expected a night of predictable results, with the usual suspects climbing the ladder and walking away with the briefcases. But WWE always has a way of flipping the script when you least expect it, and Money in the Bank 2025 was no exception. The opening scene was the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, a contest stacked with some of WWE's fiercest and most talented women. Names like Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, and Naomi headlined the card. The crowd was electric, split between favorites and dark horses alike. Rhea Ripley came out strong, her power on full display as she slammed ladders and opponents with unrelenting force. Alexa Bliss brought her cunning and unpredictability, setting traps and using every trick in her arsenal. The atmosphere was tense, every near fall and swing raising the crowd's volume. Just when it looked like one of the favorites would grab the briefcase, Naomi stunned the arena. She ascended the ladder with a speed and confidence few anticipated, shoving Alexa and Rhea off in one fluid motion, and unhooking the briefcase to become the new Miss Money in the Bank. The pop from the crowd was deafening. It was a defining moment for Naomi, a career resurgence wrapped in a shining briefcase, a ticket to the main event of WWE's future. Backstage fury, Roman Reigns' breaking point. While the crowd was still buzzing from Naomi's victory, backstage tensions exploded into full fury. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the undisputed powerhouse of WWE, was seen storming through corridors, chair in hand, shouting at Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. His fury was palpable. Why? Because the night wasn't going the way Roman envisioned. A highly anticipated six-man tag match featuring Roman, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu vs Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, and Jey Uso became the focal point of backstage chaos. Midway through the match, Solo refused to tag Roman, a blatant act of disrespect and defiance. Solo instead tagged in Jacob Fatu, signaling a shift in loyalty and power dynamics within the Bloodline. Roman's screams echoed through the arena backstage, "You let this happen. You let US fall." This moment signaled something seismic, the implosion of the Bloodline faction. Alliances that seemed unbreakable are cracking. And Roman Reigns, the architect of WWE's dominance for years, is visibly losing control. Seth Freakin, Rollins and Paul Heyman, the ultimate power play. The event's main event was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, an all-out war between WWE's brightest stars, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, and the wild card entrant, Paul Heyman himself. Yes, you heard that right. Paul Heyman was officially inserted into the match by WWE management via a last-minute clause, shaking the very foundation of the event. The match was brutal, fast-paced, and high-risk. Drew McIntyre almost decapitated Logan Paul with a claymore off a ladder. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker fought through the crowd, ladders flying everywhere. But the shocking finish is what will be talked about for years to come. As LA Knight climbed to the top of the ladder, poised to grab the briefcase and seal the deal, Paul Heyman distracted him. Seth Rollins then delivered a devastating stomp, from the ladder itself, on Knight, sending him crashing down. Then, In a stunning twist, Seth Rollins stepped aside and let Paul Heyman climb the remaining rungs to snatch the briefcase. Paul Heyman, the mastermind behind Roman Reigns for years, was now Mr. Money in the Bank. The fallout, what this means for WWE's future. So what now? With Naomi holding the women's Money in the Bank contract and Paul Heyman the men's, the landscape has shifted dramatically. Roman Reigns is enraged and isolated, his once unshakable bloodline fracturing before our eyes. Seth Rollins has pulled off one of the smartest plays of his career, gaining leverage by controlling the man who controls Roman Reigns himself. The WWE universe is alive with rumors, theories, and feverish speculation. Will Heyman cash in to dethrone Roman? Will Naomi's briefcase catapult her into the women's championship scene in a game-changing way? How long can the bloodline hold together? Fan reactions and social media buzz. Fans at the arena chanted louder than ever, "Roman. Roman," and "This is awesome." Even as the backstage scene screamed chaos. Social media exploded with theories. Is Solo Sikoa the new leader of the bloodline? Is Seth Rollins planning a double cross against Heyman? Could Naomi's win herald a new era in the women's division? Deep dive, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match breakdown. Let's rewind and dissect every heart-pounding moment of the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This wasn't just a battle for a contract, it was a fierce war for respect, legacy, and future championship glory. Backstage drama, the bloodline's implosion. Now, let's talk backstage, where the real story is unfolding. Roman Reigns' anger isn't just about tonight's results, it's about a growing fracture in his empire. Solo Sikoa's refusal to tag in during the six-man tag match was a public sign of dissent, but the bigger shock was the presence of Jacob Fatu in the bloodline's corner. Jacob Fatu, a wild card from outside WWE's usual roster, represents an entirely new element in the faction war. His alliance with Solo hints at a power grab, one that threatens Roman's status as tribal chief. Roman's furious tirade backstage, shouting and even nearly throwing a chair, reveals a man who feels his control slipping through his fingers. What's next for the bloodline? Will Roman attempt to reassert dominance with brute force, or will internal betrayal tear the faction apart completely? The men's Money in the Bank ladder match, unpacking the shock finish. The men's match was equally explosive. Seth Rollins, long known as the Architect, proved once again why he's one of the smartest competitors in WWE history. The surprise inclusion of Paul Heyman changed the game. Heyman, who has been Roman Reigns' advocate and mouthpiece for years, is now directly involved in competition, creating a fascinating power dynamic. The finish, Heyman grabbing the briefcase after Rollins cleared the path, was as much about strategy as it was about chaos. This outcome raises countless questions. Is Heyman planning to use this contract as leverage against Roman? Or is Rollins playing a long game, controlling Heyman from behind the scenes? Either way, the storylines heading towards SummerSlam and beyond just got a lot more complex. Fan theories and reactions, what the WWE Universe is saying. The WWE Universe has exploded on social media. Here are some of the most talked about theories and fan reactions. Solo Sikoa's rebellion. Many fans believe Solo is positioning himself to challenge Roman's leadership, possibly to take over the bloodline and the Universal title. Heyman's next move, with Heyman holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, fans speculate whether he'll cash in on Roman or someone else, perhaps even Seth Rollins, triggering a massive storyline shakeup. Rollins' master plan, some viewers think Rollins and Heyman are quietly plotting to dismantle Roman Reigns' empire from within, setting the stage for an epic showdown. Future predictions, what to expect in WWE. So, what's next? The bloodline. Roman Reigns is likely to double down on control, but he faces unprecedented internal challenges. A potential breakup or civil war within the faction could lead to some of the biggest matches WWE has seen in years. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. Heyman's Money in the Bank contract means cash-in threats could come at any moment. Rollins could position himself as a mastermind pulling strings, either joining forces with Heyman or betraying him. Stay tuned to Wrestling News CC as we bring you every update, every backstage scoop, and every shocking twist. Because in WWE, nothing is certain, and everything is possible. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for all your wrestling news, rumors, and exclusive breakdowns. This is Wrestling News CC, where the story never ends. If you thought tonight's story was wild, trust me, what happens next will blow your mind. So don't stop now. Click on the video right here on your screen to continue the chaos, the drama, and the inside scoop only we deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join the Wrestling News CC family, where the real stories of WWE come to life. See you in the next one.